Yo, 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 yo. We are back. We are back. America's Mod in the building. Is my mic too loud? Yo, do the sound check. I'm Jamal Williams. This is Christopher Harris. Christopher Harris is blowing his nose. We are America's Mind, America's favorite podcast. I don't know why. It's the same reason that the Dallas Cowboys are America's favorite team. What? We back for another week. It's been like a standard that Dallas Cowboys are America's team. Yes. I don't know who gave Dallas the America's favorite team tag. It seems too high. Let's bump this theme music a little bit more. Y'all don't like that?
It's still playing. The beat's still going.
I like that thing.
Go Tampa.
He said go Tampa.
Did Brady retire yet?
Too many teams.
Did he retire yet? Are we on?
We are on. I'm Jamal Williams.
My mic is muted. I am Christopher Harris, a.k.a. Barris.
What is that? What just happened right there? Hold on.
Technical.
I don't know why his camera's doing that. We gotta figure that out. Hold on. Oh, I know why. I know why. That's my fault. Look. There we go. I'm Jamal Williams.
And I am Christopher Barris.
We are America's Mind. America's favorite podcast. We back for another week. We just here hanging out, chatting.
Yeah. Well, first, I saw the episode last week, so my apologies, people, for not being here. It's my son's birthday.
Hey, your mic is muted.
Oh, my Lord.
That's my fault. I'm slow. Click it till it's not. Oh, there you go.
No,
Can you turn that off for me?
Okay. Now it's on.
All right, cool.
Feedback.
Do we have any fans on? No.
I don't know if I like that.
We good?
Yeah, I like the.
You sounding good? All right, cool.
I don't like the feedback.
You don't like the feedback?
Like if no, it's good. I'm not used to it.
Oh yeah, this is your first week wearing a headset.
I've gotten some new equipment here, so I'm not used to it.
You gotta get used to it.
Let me see.
Now you see my world. I'm sitting around like hearing all kinds of stuff going on in the room. I'm like, what is that? What is that? Is the audio cool? Is the audio?
I can mildly get used to this, so I'll know if I screwed my words up for real now.
All right, you got to put the mic in front of you. Like, scoot this.
Right.
Chris got all kind of stuff on his desk. Look, he over.
I got Heineken. I got all kind of things over here to keep me entertained.
We are not sponsored by Heineken, unfortunately, but we are sponsoring Heineken on this show. Yeah, we're having a Just Chatting show. If y'all are new here, Just Chatting is when we just talk about whatever the hell we want, wherever the conversation goes. And so it usually starts off by, how was your week?
Ooh, my gosh. Kind of interesting, successful, but interesting. So I had to receive a, what's the word I'm looking for? A booster seat.
A booster jab.
Booster jab. And I got yesterday. So I'm been like that for today. So excuse me, while I'm transforming into a mutant maybe before you guys' eyes, but yeah.
That's all good. What do you mean a mutant? You think you would like become a zombie or some shit?
No, like a good mutant. Like I'll become like Wolverine or something, or like the Amazing Spider-Man, something like that. It better be that.
We try. Look, it looked like I'm Stretch Armstrong like that. Look.
All right. Okay.
Anyway,
is it better? Okay. So, look, hey, this is the 11th episode. I'm not mistaken. So, like,
you are correct.
So, like I said, on the fly, you know what I mean? We're gonna be doing our thing and making adjustments and things like that, as you can see, and things like that. And yeah, so we're freestyling. We're just talking about whatever is going on. So my week like again was mildly successful overall. So no complaints. Just had to get the booster Skiddity Paps, and shout out to Tony Baker for that Skiddity Paps. You know what I mean?
The booster Skiddity Paps.
Yeah, so I had to get that. I don't want to dive too much into that, but for right now, hey, I'm here. So far, so good. My arm's a little sore, like I've been fighting or shadow boxing or something too much. But other than that, though, I'm good. But,
You missed last week's show.
But
you watched it. What did you think of it?
I really, really.
I wanted you to be here for Track Brown, but
Yeah,
we
my
couldn't
son's
make it
birthday.
happen.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
you had
Jordan
your son's
Harris,
birthday.
12
You
years
got it
of
together.
age. He spent all my money too.
Of course he did.
But no, but you know what? I watched it and it was really, really fruitful. I love the energy. I love the concepts. I loved all of that good stuff. So hopefully he'll come back again and I'll be able to be here
Who Track will be?
Okay.
Track Brown will be back on America's Mind eventually. Me and Track, we've been doing shows for years.
Okay.
He has a channel called PW Hustle.
Okay.
And so on there, we usually review like wrestling pay-per-views and whatnot. We have an awesome time on there. And I think he picked that subject because he's a little more tamed in the wrestling talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too much he could say about cultural things going on, and it reins him in, and he gets to he still gets to be he's one of the most personable people.
Okay.
What do you call that when somebody's charismatic?
Yeah.
That's like what they used to say about Shawn Michaels. Charismatic, electrifying. Track Brown is that.
Yeah.
And so hey,
No,
I'm glad we had him on last week, and he will be back.
It was outstanding for the show. So if you talk to him again, tell him I said thank you. And when I talk to him, soon in the future, I'll thank him again. But I loved.
Electrified.
What is that? I love it.
So I love. No, it was really, really good.
Outstanding for the show.
All right, I see.
We're fiddling with he's fiddling. I'm here.
No, I had the show brought up on my phone, and I forgot my phone's connected to my sound bar. I need to disconnect that so it's not the loudest thing in the room.
That's the Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Hey. I don't know nothing about that yet.
Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking
I have
about?
a question here. You raised my hand. So married people could have Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Netflix and chill every night.
Oh, you learn something new every day. I thought that was for like.
All right. So it's Netflix every night.
No, I'm just joking.
It's Netflix every night. The chill is, the chill come when the chill come.
Okay. So not to dive too much in y'all business as we're talking about that. So who falls asleep first?
Oh, Randy, off top.
Whose idea is it to watch the movie? Or who picks
Hers.
the movie?
It's hers. It's her idea to watch the movie.
Okay.
And it's her idea to fall asleep first.
Does she pick the movie?
Depends on the movie, Chris. If it's a movie that we've been waiting to come out for a while, then chances are I'll stay up. Like if it's anything Marvel, come on, how are you gonna go to sleep during a Marvel movie, right?
You do.
But what would be one I think would the last one I fell asleep on? It had to have been a show.
Like the funniest thing ever with Todd, she loves what's the name of that show? Pretty Little Liars. And you talk about I get the best quick nap ever. Like my body doesn't even attempt to try to stay up. It's like that mess is on. I'm watching it. I'm just like, what is this? And next thing you know, I'm snoring. I'm dead. Like I don't feel an ounce, a drop of blood of of guilty. I go directly to sleep on that. Like, no. But you put in RoboCop 2 or Terminator, the second one preferably. You know, Expendables, all three. You know, you put that on, no matter what time of the day, I'm up. Like, kind of similar sitting like this, and I'm just like, know it was going to happen, but I'm just like, yeah, all right. I know he going to shoot him, but let me see if there was something else I missed, you know.
Okay. So an A for effort then on the Pretty Little Liars end.
Oh, no, not an effort at all.
Oh, okay.
I go straight.
He's a new effort.
I look forward to going to sleep to that. Like, I'm going straight to sleep. Like,
That's your fault for watching that.
like,
Like,
if she's watching this now, she'll be like, diddly squat and going to sleep. Like, yeah, I go straight to sleep.
thank God my wife doesn't watch, or she doesn't ask me to watch. She might watch them by herself, but she doesn't ask me to watch her girly shows. The closest thing she gets, like, tries to get me to watch with her is like cooking stuff.
Anything Gordon
She loves like
Ramsay?
Gordon like Hell's Kitchen, stuff like that.
Yeah, my kids watch that.
Yeah, but
Jordan loves that. Like,
it'd be entertaining enough that I stay up for it.
Like, I love that too. Like, because I love the. Speaking of the Hell's Kitchen and stuff like that, I love those episodes when he would go to their facility, and then
Oh, and it'll be dirty as hell.
it was like,
What is that show called?
Kitchen Nightmares?
Yeah, something like that.
and
Yeah.
I love those too.
He would be like, it was like a chess move or like a chess match, because they knew if he gets back there in his kitchen, it's a wrap. And they'd be playing so much defense to keep him from not going in their kitchen. And where is he at? He's not only in the kitchen, he done found his way in that deep freezer, and he be tearing them apart. It is hilarious.
Yep.
Like,
Chris is getting some echo. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
is it too?
That out a little while later.
Is it too loud? Maybe.
Nah, we'll see. We'll figure it out.
My apologies, people, if y'all get an echo response.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just, you know, I'm over here doing tech stuff while we talking. We trying to have a conversation, and I'm trying to do tech stuff at the same time. That's how our show goes. That's how it's gonna go forever. Like, I don't know. Is this how it's gonna go until we have enough money to hire people to sit around and do?
Lots of things. Jamal writes things in his phone. I'm the laziest out of the three. I just show up and they hand me things like this, and I'll take a sip. I'll peek at this screen to see, like, oh, okay, we're talking about this. All right, cool.
Again, let's get the likes up.
Yeah, like, you know.
Oh yeah. Let me like my own video while I'm here.
Shout out, we're at 30.
35 subscribers?
Hey, we just had our 20 subscriber party, and we already
Thank you so much.
doubling that.
Hey, Cam was the 35th.
Cam?
Yeah.
Shout out to Cam. That's the homie. That's Chris' nephew.
His nephew right there. Yeah, I didn't force my way in the family.
Shout out to Cam and Dan.
So, you know, Dan's big bro. You know, Dan's like the only one when I get in my little, I can't curse on here, so I'll say
Yes,
my
you
little
can.
attitude adjustment issue.
Say shit.
And then
Go
Dan will like say something like, "All right, Chris, you complained enough. Let's go." And it's like, and I'll just like look at the text like, "All right."
Oh, they text you during the show?
No. You know, like, you know, when I get mad on 2K and I sign off,
Oh yeah.
and then I'll be like, I'm not playing it ever. And then they'll give me a couple of days. You know, Dan and Jamal, and they'll give me a couple of days. And then Dan will just send like just a lightning bolt, like response in our text group. All right, Chris, you've been bitching enough. Like, all right, let's play. We're on. And like, I'll look at it and I'll just stare like, I could respond. I'm like, all right, man, let me turn it on. All right.
That's your attitude, yo.
Just like yesterday, we were playing. I put in the chat that we were 4 for 5. We won 4 games, lost 1, and we would have been 3 for 5. And my man scored 18 points at the half, and I automatically knew that Dan was gonna yell at me, and that guy would have scored another 18
Yo, sometimes
points.
it's when we're playing 2K. Sometimes it's late at night. Like, I try to go to bed by midnight. It'll be 11:30, and I'm kind of like, I'm not falling asleep or anything, but I'm just trying to maintain and focus. That's a game that requires attention to be good at it. And we're a team that tries to be good. That's why we always mad and yelling at each other. We a real team. We like, yo, Chris, you just let him. You 2 for 12. What the fuck? And we'll be yelling at each other.
Like all of the great NBA players combined into one guy. Like Kobe attributes, O'Neal attributes, Stockton. No, I'm sorry, Jason Kidd assists. I try to have like all of that in one player. That's me, and I just hate. I don't mind us losing. I just hate when we lose stupidly. You know, when the game is on, whatever it's on. I be turning my mic off, and I be just like, oh my god, this game, just please stop. Like,
Yo, Chris cuts up on 2K. It's crazy.
I have my conspiracy theories about
Chris. All right. So I'm gonna tell. I'm not gonna let Chris tell this story because he gonna pad it. I'm gonna tell it. Chris thinks that the people who make 2K are watching his game.
They are.
They are watching his game and tweaking it so that he isn't doing as well as he can.
I'm telling you, look,
that is the conspiracy theory of all conspiracy.
It's almost scientifically proven.
It is not anywhere near scientifically proven. I don't even know where he gets that.
I'm telling you, I'll be excited. I'll be like, man, I'm ready to play. Okay, cool. We got 5. You know, I come in with the greatest attitude. I'm giggling. I'm smiling. I got jokes before we go into the rack. I'm ready to go. Then it's like first few minutes, I'm like, oh, okay, he made that? Come on, gang. Let's cut it out. Wow, another white goes in? I'm like, for real? Then I go to the basket. No foul. I'm like, okay. Go to the basket again. Blocks. Oh, 0 for 2. Go to the basket again. What? Now another no call. Now I'm 0 for 3. Now my C has went to a D-. Now I got an attitude.
Is this your boy Daniel up here?
Is he up here? Daniel Newton?
Yeah.
Not giving out his whole government. Yeah, he's
That's him?
Yeah. What's up, dude?
What up, Daniel? Welcome back. I remember you a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The last show you
last
were
last time I was on. Yeah, 2K.
2K gets on your nerves.
I hate it. I legit hate that game. That 2K.
No, you don't. Because we've been playing it for like 4 years.
2K might be my life. Like
you can't hate something that you've been playing
but
for
I
2
have
years.
to be with her. It's like I'm mad at you. Don't touch me. Don't say nothing to me, sweetheart. I don't care. And it's like, okay, come on. You know you want to play. And I'm like, I do not.
Yes, we got Cal W in the building. I don't know who that is, but welcome to the show.
Like,
Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, your friends are on. Then I'll get, we won our first game. Nah, I'm good. I'll just play one. And then the 2K will allow me to do what I want to do. And then I love the game. And then I hate it again. Maybe I'm crazy.
Chris has a temper, yo. That's what it is. Daniel say he been playing this since the very first 2K.
Yeah. With Allen
with AI on the cover.
Look, the difference between Live and 2K, NBA Live was a better game, but NBA 2K just had way better looking dunks. Like the dunks were like phenomenal. Like
What was that on Dreamcast?
Yeah.
You talking about? Ooh.
Yeah,
We showing our age talking about Sega Dreamcast.
2K since that. Yeah, Allen Iverson was on the first two covers, if I'm not mistaken.
Might have been.
And then, yeah, don't quote me too much on him, but who else was on the cover? But Kobe was on one, Shaq was on one, LeBron was on one. James.
We got a solid 2K team. Chris. Because he's so wild at 2K, yo. He be getting so fired up.
You know what? I can honestly, legitimately say that my 2K family really loves me because they allow me to be myself. Like, I know that I'm probably annoying. I know they're probably like, oh, here we go again. Chris is tripping. Oh my gosh, here we go. Like,
what is Daniel talking about? Live had them floaty bodies?
So look, Daniel's a brother. So look. Me and Daniel, we have like our own lingo. So when I read that, I know exactly what he's talking about.
What does that mean? Live had them floaty
so floaty
bodies.
bodies is meaning like they just glide from far away and they dunk the ball. That was 2K. 2K, you can just glide. Like you get the ball in the fast break and you can just, if you did it right, it was like you just glide to the basket and just dunk from like stupid range. Like that was 2K was known for, just dunking. And it was kind of like slow motion because they showed like the replay, like when you get dunked on, and they'll show the replay and it's like, oh. Like.
Chris still says this when we play in 2K.
What?
He said, no, you don't say ice. You say like we are ice skates.
Oh.
So I could tell y'all friends. Because y'all saying the same stuff.
Ice skates and then what was
ice
the other one,
skates.
D, that we used to say? Oh, slow as molasses. man, we had convo, dude. Oh my god.
Did they have Jason Kidd on the cover?
Jason Kidd was on live.
Oh, okay.
I believe that was 03.
When did Jason Kidd deserve to be on the cover of a video game? No, you already schooled me on Jason Kidd's stats.
Okay.
I will never hate on Jason Kidd the way I used to, because you schooled me one time and I had to look stuff up, and I'm like, oh, he number 1, number 2 in steals and assists. So I can't say
Jason Kidd.
nothing about
Jason Kidd was like that guy. Like Jason Kidd for the New Jersey Nets.
Hold on, let me see if I can find this cover. Now I'm interested. He said Jason Kidd looked like a zombie on the cover.
I guess because he's light skinned. I think it's 03. 03.
That was live?
Yeah. 03 NBA Live.
Let me type this in.
He played for New Jersey Nets. He had on the gray.
Is this one?
That's it. First of all,
he don't look that bad. Hold on, let me see.
First of all, this puts me in a time machine. That was real basketball right there. Oh my!
Is this what you? Oh snap! Hold on.
That was real basketball right there. That's when that was actually the first game that they introduced the analog stick to do dribbling moves. So before it used to press square, because with PlayStation, you used to press square, and then like you had different ways. Like if you held it a certain like 2 seconds, it'll do a move. If you double tapped, it did a move, and if you tapped, you did a move. And this was the first year they were introducing the analog stick. So this was like the newest thing for NBA Live, and they had like you could still do the button pressing and get the moves, but the analog stick had like some really good moves where it was like, if you perfected them, it was like you were hard to guard. You know, 2K can get there, but I think their dribbling analog stick does too much. It's like they got the shot with that. I'm like, no, y'all got to pick. Or you come out with a special controller. Like, you know what I mean? Like they put too much on it.
Yeah, so this what you saying look like a zombie? I mean, like Jason Kidd. I mean, it's decent.
Hungry for blood, huh?
Not the best Jason Kidd picture, but whatever.
That's it. Well, hey. But yeah, that was a good year right there. And and I'm gonna cut it off at this point because I don't want to ramble too much about video games. I can talk all night about that, and things like that. And I believe I might have some first time viewers and things like that. I want to.
Yeah, Cal. I've never seen Cal here before.
Okay,
Welcome,
hey,
Cal.
Welcome, man.
Give us a like at least, Cal. And if you like hanging out with us, subscribe and come back next Sunday. And
No pressure, kind of, sort of.
All the pressure. Subscribe to the video, Cal. We'll find you. We'll find you. We'll find where you live.
So I wanted to say this for last, but I can't because it's just on my soul, on my spirit. Gas is $5. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Let me paraphrase. Gas is over $5. I put gas in my car Wednesday or Thursday, and gas was like $4.39, $4.40, and I put gas in it tonight coming here, and I went to the cheapy place, and gas is $5.19.
What's the cheapy place? Like the no name?
Yeah, like the no name.
The S station or something.
I know they're cheap.
Yeah.
Because I drove past 76. I'm like, $5.79.
It's the cheap.
I'm like, let me go to my little secret location. I know I'm going to see 4. I know they tripping. And when I pulled in there, $5.19.
That's y'all president, yo.
Can we talk about him on here?
Yeah, I hope so. We already had the FBI bust in our backyard, so I don't know if they gonna do it again. I feel like we cool now. We cool, right? FBI.
What's crazy?
We cool. We made friends. We good. Yeah.
What's so crazy about this is that if I had the money, I still don't want to spend $5 on gas.
No.
Like, gas is one of the things that pisses me off the most that I have to spend money on. Like, I hate spending money on certain things. I'm the type, if I buy something like this glass, I'm like, cool, it can have a beverage, but then when I'm done with it, I have a glass.
I gotta get a little political about this because I don't think people think about what they're doing and what it's gonna affect. Like, they just want to do good. And so now we'll have this thing about climate change. Mm-hmm. And so when Biden got in office, one of the first things he did, I think in January, he was in there January 21st, in January something, he closed the Keystone Pipeline. So like and he got back into the Paris Accord or the Paris Agreement or whatever the Paris climate thing is called. And so those things have effects on our consumership. Mm-hmm. They're things that are meant to improve our, our output of fossil fuel energy. Okay. What's our emissions? Okay. They're things that are meant to limit our emissions, and that's fine. But people don't think that they're going to affect them, but they do.
Absolutely. Like, I'm cool about it. We'll adjust. That's what humanity does. It just still ticks me off because it's like, why? Why? Give me a legit reason. Like, if you added some razzle-dazzle to the gas and it gave you 10 more miles per gallon, okay, I would accept that. But the fact that I put it in my car and I'm getting the same gas mileage to go to the same places, but now you want to charge me more money with zero explanation, just really infuriates me.
It's because they put sanctions and regulations on how fossil fuel is mined or gathered, and therefore the people who mine and gather it have to start paying their employees accordingly. And therefore, like, now you have a person who's driving a truck with gas in it across the state lines or across the country, and they have to pay them more. So therefore, when that gets there, they have to charge the gas station more. And therefore, when you get to the gas station, the gas is higher.
The part that's so crazy about the gas stations, because I know a couple of them that own them, they actually say they don't make no money off the gas.
They probably don't.
They say they make their money off of the Lay's potato chips and things like that. And I'm like,
it's like movie theaters.
I'm like, whoa, wait, you telling me these big old trucks bringing in this liquid that's like gold, and you telling me that you not profiting that much money off of it?
Nah, they probably don't. They're probably just like, I mean, AMP. Remember AMPM?
Yeah.
That'll tell you what you need to know about gas stations. That they just set up shop inside of the station to sell the stuff.
Yeah.
They're like a rest stop for people to come get gas, and then you go inside and buy chips too. Yeah.
It just, and I don't want to even dive too much into like the war and things like that was going on, but I'm like, and I know, huh?
I say and that.
Yeah, and then I know that they sent troops out there. And I'm like,
Yeah, see, Cal is right. Gas makes when you start regulating fossil fuel, not only does it make gas go higher, but it makes everything.
Fill up at the gas. I'm about to in a minute. On my mama, Daniel, I'm about to pull right up. Like, look, y'all gas for free. Y'all driving around doing nothing all day. No shot. Because my best friend's a cop.
Yeah, so Cal is right out there. I agree with him. He said
Cal is not a cop no more. He's SWAT. That's different.
You just became SWAT like
SWAT.
2 months ago.
No.
Anyway.
I'm giving him SWAT badge.
All right. I mean, he has a SWAT badge, but he just got there. All right, so Kyle says gas makes everything go up, makes the trucks more expensive, and adds price up for everything, and all of us have to pay for it. And it's just true. Like, nothing gets here. The gas in the gas station doesn't get there through magic. People brought it there. People dug it out the ground. And so all those people were paid. And then, depending on what the regulations are on the gas drilling and mining and all that stuff, how hard it is to get to every gas station is going to cost you an equivalent price.
No, I understand all that. And I'm like,
that's why I be arguing against like really high minimum wages. Because when people are like minimum wage is $15, it's $20. That, you know what that means? Everybody who does anything is getting paid $20.
Yeah.
Like the people who are what's a trash job? That's not PC. I shouldn't say that. But
look, Tony Baker put something on his Instagram. He was like, man, Target employees getting $24.
No, I'm just saying. Like say a truck driver who drives gas across country makes $30 an hour. And now in California, the minimum wage is $20 an hour. He's going to ask for a raise, especially if he enters California. He's going to be like, give me 35. Because if I originate from California making 20, you paying me 30. But when you hired me, they were making 12. So I need the equivalent minimum wage. Everybody asks for a raise.
So what you are... Oh, hey, Ebony. That's one of our first timers. Appreciate.
I worked at a gas station. They put the gas. I worked at a gas station. They get their gas out of price and then add to. I believe both of these things. I don't know which one is right.
Okay. No, you know what? I'm like, hey, it's.
I'm just. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, because I was actually on the phone with her, when I was on my way here. It was just like a Mike Tyson punch, like in the stomach, not like a face punch. It was a punch in the stomach because I just didn't expect to see what I saw. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I had like $30 on me. I was like, I can put 25. Give me a little half. I'm gonna buy this little juicer, naked juice, and I'm gonna cruise here. And then when I saw that, I was just like. These are $500. No, I'm not tripping. And $519.
Yeah.
You couldn't hit me with like a $489, $475. Like you hit me with a over the $5.
They go hit you with the whole price.
Like $5 is some change.
I have a truck, so I feel real stupid.
You have a Jeep.
Yeah, I feel real stupid.
That 6-cylinder drink like V8.
Yeah.
Like you got a Jeep.
That thing be sitting right there where you see it.
It's drinking gas. Jeep like, you think you getting over? Nah, bro.
My wife got a Honda Fit. Everywhere we go, I'm like, it's not even a conversation anymore. She driving. We not going nowhere in my Jeep. We got to be going like, I gotta be taking her on a date for me to drive the Jeep.
Yeah, Jeeps are, oh my God. They're great.
That thing drink gas. Like you could, I feel like you can be on the freeway and watch the meter. Like you can watch it move. I'd be like, what? I don't want to watch my meter move. I want to like get in the car one day and it's right here, and then get in it the next day and it's right there. I don't want to be on the freeway and be like, I see it. I'm like, ah, damn. I don't even want to press on the pedal hard. I'd be like, I'd be trying to stay in the little green space that say eco.
And then this is how they play you too. The gas be high, so you know you now your $30 is wimpy. You know what I'm saying? $30 ain't good. It's wimpy. So now you go through with your wimpy $30, and so you know you kind of just like not paying attention.
I got a 19-gallon tank. I'm getting like maybe above a quarter tank on that. Like what's $30 is 6 gallons out of 19.
Yeah.
That's not even half.
So what did you get for $30 in your car?
Well, it felt like a lot because I was standing there for 10 minutes. Like they play with your psyche. You know what I'm saying? Like they make the pump slow. You know what I mean? You be standing there, you're like, God, you looking over. You're like, all right, I'm still going. Maybe they messed up. 10 minutes. Then when you look, it's like $30. Wait, how many gallons? 4 gallons. That was it. I've been here for 15 minutes waiting on this damn gas. Like, I think it's designed not to piss people off too, because it's controlled. That thing can pressure out that gas. NASCAR. You pull up NASCAR, they go in there, they fill that car up in seconds. Like they put that thing in there and it's like, boom, it's in there. Yeah. And then they gone. Like they could do that with us, but we'll feel some kind of way because we come in with $50. And then
I think it's a safety thing. I think most things are like regulated in a way that you can't do stuff. Mm-hmm. And so like what I think about that pump thing is that somebody said if you just throw gas into the tank, it's dangerous. Or like what if the pump accidentally falls out? Then gas is gonna spill everywhere. I think it's like our safety measures.
The part that sucks, or what's lovely about California, is that everything connects us to gas now. I'm sick and tired of it. You get in a car accident, gas goes up. New president, gas goes up. A ship that's way across the world sinks, gas goes up. And it just so happened to always have barrels and barrels and barrels and barrels of oil. Oh, and the ship sunk and it had 30 billion gallons of oil. Like, oh.
No, that never happens.
That always happens.
Nah.
How many oil refinery blowups have we had in the last 5 years?
I don't know,
5.
But it doesn't make gas go up.
I'm sorry. We had 4. It happened twice in Torrance. How many ships sunk in the last 5 years?
I don't know.
3.
Bro, it doesn't, I don't know.
and they attacked the gas.
I mean, of course, if there's gas on the ship, it's going to attack it. If it's delivering gas, it's going to attack it. But I don't think that's like the major thing. I think it's all the little policy things that make gas go up.
They need to stop making these questions when we pick like an Inklex, like trick question and stuff.
You're using nursing words.
Yes,
don't do that.
They need to make the when we vote, it doesn't need to be like an Inklex style question. It needs to just say, "Hey, do you want your gas raised this year? Yes or no?"
Or they shouldn't put the candidate's name. They should just be like, "This candidate says he wants your gas to go up.
No.
Do you want to vote for him?"
Like, no, because my God, everything is. Oh, you want the roads fixed? Gas. Oh, you want this up? Gas. Like gas is like a legit bill. I guess they figure because they can't charge everybody for air, so they'll just charge you for gas.
I think when people are voting, they expect people to know what they're actually doing and not just voting for a name. So, like, if you're voting for Biden, he openly says he's for clean energy. And that means that your fossil fuel is going to go up. because he's gonna put sanctions and he's gonna put restrictions on all of your fossil fuel because he doesn't want it. He wants you to drive an electrical car.
And it's just crazy.
So I don't know, like, if you hear him say that out loud, and then you're like, he's president and gas went up. I don't. Why are you? What's the shock?
Like
He
gas,
just said it.
Gas has went up 50%.
He just said, but he told you before he was president that he's gonna work on clean energy.
Maybe we should just not have one.
A one what?
The president. Like this year, like they used to say, hey guys, you know, we're doing something different. We're just not gonna have a candidate. How about that? Because the House runs everything anyway. Oops, sorry, I can't say that. But
No, the House doesn't run everything. Even if I would go with that conspiracy theory, I would say the Senate runs everything. Because the House really is below the Senate. I think, in my opinion, that's an opinion, but I think
I don't know. I just know that they need to stop. They need. I'm really mad. I want to curse and just really ramp so bad.
All right, do it. You want me to give you a camera so you can cuss?
No, I'll be all right.
You want to rant about? Go.
My mom's an influencer, so she's like,
Your mom not here today.
but she's gonna watch it. And she's gonna be like, you curse? Like, but mom, like gas was high. Like that's a good reason right there.
Look, Chris's mom, we having grown people talk about everything, and sometimes it deserves cuss words.
It really does.
This is just the life we live.
I'm gonna go back to gas. So later on, so then one of the hot topics of conversation and stuff like that. So we are removing the jacket from us.
Oh, we're off of punishment.
Yeah. So
we were on punishment for 2 weeks after.
3.
It was 2 weeks after we told the stories about how we created. We got a lot. You were. I don't think you were in there, but on Facebook in our group, we got a lot of pushback on everything. Basically,
No, I tagged myself
on terminology. Like the video was called, and it's a little clickbaity title. It's so that people will click on it. It's called "How We Created Single Mothers," and there's people like, "You're proud of that," and I'm like. I'm like, watch the video and see what we're talking about and what we say. It's not like we're saying we're proud of creating single mothers, but that was our life. This is what happened. This is what we learned from it, and then that's how it went.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I haven't. I won't lie. I haven't been able to do much research to see who's gonna wear this jacket. Women gonna screw it up some kind of way. I guarantee. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry, Raven.
Oh yeah, so we're off punishment. If you're new to the channel, we have this thing called the jacket. It's like the master's jacket. Hold on, let me see.
And so, like the master's jacket. So, like basically, from episode 1, I was like, you know what? Because there's a lot of relationship talk on social media, you know, about how to have a successful relationship, marriage, entanglement, whatever word you want to use. And I'm just like, you know what? I just feel like that somebody needs to be to blame for this. And so at first I did blame women because of certain things.
You said at first.
I blamed them. You know, and I got
But you stopped?
I got a lot of controversy behind it, you know what I mean? And then after our episode about how we stumbled and made single black women
Or single mothers, yeah.
Yeah. So I couldn't help but to put the jacket on us because we dropped the ball big on that one.
Right.
And so right now the jacket's dangling. It's in
limbo.
It's up for grabs. Somebody's gonna limbo and grab it though. You know, somebody's gonna get it. I don't know. But maybe it'll go back to us.
What we're saying is we're off punishment. The jacket is not
we're
on the
off.
man anymore. It's hanging in the rafters.
Now,
The rafters, and we don't know who we're gonna put it on. Yo, all right. This is what we mean when we say the jacket. It's like it looks something like this. Just imagine, right? So you wear it. It looks something like this.
Yeah, and you wear it, you rock it, you take it to the club with you.
And the jacket is like representing who takes the blame for the gender war of men versus women, because men and women haven't been doing well. Like the divorce rate is what, 80%,
really high,
or 60%. It's super high. Don't I don't know the stats, so don't take whatever percentage I'm giving you, but it's really high. Mm-hmm. People aren't staying married. They're not. Relationships, everybody out in these streets. So we're saying this gender war is over. And who wears the jacket? And the jacket is who do we blame, basically? Whose fault is it? Whoever's fault it is, they wear the jacket.
Yes.
So we wore the jacket for 2 weeks. We were on punishment for 2 weeks.
So that's gonna be our next episode. I'm gonna dig in. I know I'm gonna get some talk from the lovely ladies that I know in my life, and they're going to be trying to persuade that we're going to wear the jacket again.
That's what they do.
And I'm going to be a tough customer. So, better not be no weak stuff. Like, well, y'all just need to wear it. Nah, player. I need some actual factuals,
That's what they'll say. Y'all just need to wear it. Y'all just need to wear it just because we don't want to do it.
Yeah, we just need to wear it. So, like, no.
I had a conversation with some women yesterday. It was interesting. I went to my cousin's 60th birthday party, and there were, there were some cousins there. Women on I don't like speaking like in these like broad terms, but women in general, I'm every time I talk to them, I'm really thinking that they on some fairy tale shit. It's not matching up with life. It's not. It's not matching up.
Sip on this.
It's not matching up. Like there's even to the point where one of my cousins was like, maybe you married the wrong person, or maybe you can marry the wrong person. And I'm kind of like, that's not a thing. You can't marry the wrong person, because listen to the vows. The vows cover everybody.
Penetrating, something's gonna be penetrating something. If not your soul, your skull, your common sense.
No, all right, listen. The vows say richer or poorer, sickness, health, better, worse, death, do us part. How can you fit the wrong person to any of these things? What's the wrong person? And what's the wrong person in better or worse? What's the wrong person in richer or poorer? What's the wrong person in sickness and health? Like the vows literally cover. You can marry anybody on earth, but it's death do you part.
Yeah.
So then, who's the wrong person? If you can find the wrong person in sickness and health, richer, poor, better, worse, death do you part, you got issues. You got issues.
A big comment up here.
Who is Nick Hurd? All right, I haven't read this yet, so hopefully it's not a troll. Everyone's praying to. Oh no. Maybe I don't want to read this. I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna leave it up and read it in my head though. Okay. And then he says, "Women crave a feeling. Men want freedom."
We're free already.
I think he's right. Nick, I think you're right about. Look at this picture. I think he's right about women craving a feeling. I think that's true. I don't know how I feel about the men want freedom part. I think we're okay being locked in.
I don't think. No. That could be true. When you have the right person.
No, this is for Randy. Look, this is what Nick tell you do. Or not Nick, my bad, Cal. I'm not saying you listen to Cal, but hey.
Yeah, I tried to, Kyle.
No, I mean, I think Nick's like ranting a bit. I think he is getting more on point. Or maybe his first message was on something that we were talking about earlier, And his comment about women craving feeling and men want freedom, I think that's a valid opinion.
No, absolutely.
I might not agree with 100% of it, but this isn't the echo chamber. We don't have to agree with each other.
No, of course. But, men do want freedom. But with that freedom, you know what I mean, that comes with an understanding. Like, when your woman understands you, you're free to do what you want. So meaning that there's no questions on what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because there's trust. You know what I mean? If there's no trust, then you feel entrapped in a situation because everything you do is questioned. You know what I mean? So he's absolutely right on that, but that comes with the understanding, the woman understanding the man, and she's like, oh, I know he's here or there, vice versa. You know, or I know she's here and there, I have no worries. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's a beautiful thing when it does happen. Because even in relationships today, because they're starting on different subject matters, and then it's like no one talks about trust, no one talks about communication. Everything is put, like, money's pushed first, finances is pushed first, but what I want is pushed first, and I'm like, that's cool, that works, but you know, you start on the left foot, like that stuff will come later, but. And like I always one of my philosophies is like, how can we fly this rocket ship when you can't answer me a simple text message?
I always believe like a strong, well-working marriage is going to be successful.
Yeah, and marriage is work.
Yeah,
that is the I'm not trying to bash Americanized women on this one.
Yeah, you are.
But a lot of them treat a marriage like a graduation. And when you graduate from school, do you touch those books again? Mm-hmm. The books is in the garage. Or you going to give them to somebody else. Because you graduated. It's no point of going backwards.
All right, look, think about it this way. You're in nursing, right?
Yes.
When you graduate from you're in nursing already. You're going to school to upgrade. Mm-hmm. When you graduate, are you going to have to touch those books again?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Or you have to practice these things. All right. Why do they call, like, if a doctor is a doctor, and then why do they say he has a practice?
Well, so the reason why certain books will be introduced or changed is because a procedure changed. So you don't start back to the beginning. You just tweak what you already know. So like for instance,
no, but if you have a patient and you're like, this patient has tuberculosis, mm-hmm. It's not like you remember the book off the top of your head. You might have to pick that book up and be oh, what's the diagnosis and symptoms?
The jobs themselves help you with that. Like the job was wonderful.
Yeah, the experience helps, right?
Yeah, with the experience, and then your job, they do give you cheat sheets, so you don't have to go back to the book. You don't have to go back to that med book. You know. It's kind of like what we were doing when we were in school. It's like, oh, boy, we go to Google.
Yo, Nick is throwing bombs. I like this about Nick. I might not agree with him, but I like that he's just saying whatever the hell he wants. He says, I think I want an uneducated woman. Most educated women have an ego. I think Nick is right. I don't know if I don't know if I would want an uneducated woman because of I might be willing to work with a little bit of ego. It depends what he's talking about.
He's looking at it in an old school way. You know what I mean? And I don't know if he.
It's a lot of nuance in this.
No, but I get what you're saying,
I can't all the way disagree or agree with.
Because basically, okay, so maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong with what Nick is saying. So basically what he is saying, when a woman seeks education, what's going to come with the education? She's going to get the money. Yeah. Now, when she starts to match up the money from where you're at, then it's going to turn into, well, do I have to listen to you?
Yeah, like I make this.
How can you lead me when we're making the same?
This is what I agree with Nick saying that. Nick is saying that usually when women have high educations, like a master's degree,
you can't tell them nothing. You can't. I'm cutting straight to the chase. You can't tell them nothing. I have friends that have master's degrees, and there's no shot against them. I love them to death, but most of them are single. Most of them are successful on status, but they don't have a man. They might have a child or two there. They might have a dude that's entertaining, some quality time needed, but a man committed to them 100% is what they're lacking. And that's where they're promoting independent women, because an independent woman will tell you from the jump, well, you know, I'm really independent, I don't need a man. And then now that's become the thing now, where it's like, it's put on with emphasis.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm realizing I'm slow. Listen, I'm slow. I'm realizing why Cal was saying block this dude, because his name his name is Nick Her. Don't say that really fast, white people. I'm gonna let Nick stay though.
No, it's all to the good. But you know,
Nick, you a troll, but I like the things you're delivering to the conversation.
But you know, that's the thing where it's like, what's happened is like, social media is such an important influencer in people's lives that people see things on TV and they want to do it. You know what I mean? These women want to be a certain way, which is nothing wrong with it. Men do it too. You know what I mean? But, and it's like, when they run into that brick wall, they realize like, damn, I just wasted my time, or damn, I just cut off so many good girls or good guys. Now I'm stuck. Then what? You know what I mean? Like, they don't tell them that. And it just really sucks, unfortunately. You know?
I think women, for the large part, think that life works for them like it works for men. And so if men go out and accomplish all these things, they get master's degrees and doctorates degrees, PhDs, they get certain kind of jobs. Naturally, those things, those accolades come with more women. And I think women think that if they do the same things, naturally those things are going to come with more men and more options, and that doesn't work the same way. Because we don't look at women for their accolades in employment or professional categories or career-wise or educational achievements. We don't. Like a woman with a PhD, all we'll think is that, oh, she might be smart, but that doesn't mean anything to us. It doesn't mean anything in our house.
It's not to demoralize her.
No,
say that it doesn't make.
It's not demoralizing, because the job itself is the thing that determines, and so. If you have a specialty in a career, then you can't be demoralized by your achievements. But that doesn't mean when you're sitting next to a man that he's gonna look at you like an employer, like the employer does.
No, absolutely.
Or look for the same kind of qualifications. Like if you're looking for a husband, and you're a woman who has a doctorate degree in psychology, we don't sit you down and be like, tell me about your psychology degree. That's not in our interview. We're like, tell me about how you don't talk back to me when I'm chilling.
Like if we
talking
get back, like what we do.
Our interview,
you know what I mean?
our interview questions are not the interview questions that you're gonna get at work. You can get all the accolades you want at work.
Yeah.
And when you sit down in front of a person who wants a wife, they're not going to ask you the same questions.
Absolutely.
They're not going to ask you about your career experience. They want something different.
Here's the, and you're right. I had this conversation, I can't remember with who, and I flipped it. I said, let's flip the roles. If women was controlling the world, how would it be?
They are. No, okay, not the world. They're controlling America, though.
Yeah, but
anyway, go ahead.
I was like,
look at this over here. I'm gonna put you on camera, Randy, because you were shaking your head no. Anyway, go ahead, Chris. I'm gonna put you over there so you can't do shit on the corner.
So here's the thing, and it's no shade to women at all. If the roles was reversed, right? And this is where women are smart. They're crafty. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't mean that because Bible talks about craftiness, and I don't mean it in that content, but they're crafty. So what I'm saying is that a woman will look at a situation. So if they run in the world, right, if the roles is reversed, she's gonna look at that. I'm not doing that. Her mind's already made up. I'm not doing that. I'll pay him to do it. He can do it. And then what's gonna happen is gonna put the world right back in control of the man. Because men do jobs and do things that women won't do or they can't do. And I don't think it is that they can't, they just won't. Like, they can. But if you look at the percentages, like if you look at law enforcement, like for instance, there are women there, but how many women want to be a cop?
Not too many.
Like, hey, I need you to go in there, you and these 3 girls, I need you to go in there, I need you to go in there and bust that house down with 20 dudes armed and dangerous. I'm not doing that. They're smart.
Or even pulling people over. Like, wouldn't you? There's pulling people over because they have a broken tail light, and there's pulling people over because they're suspected robbers.
Yeah.
One of those is like,
and the thing
your life
is that
in
like
the hands
like
of something.
women are very they are smarter and calculated. Because see, we have that pride in us. We got that ego in us, so we just do it. Men do dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we go to war. Oh yeah, I'm there. Oh man, you gotta lift this, man.
Is that pride and ego?
Yeah.
I think we like dangerous situations because we like building ourselves to overcome things.
But that's just us. You know what I mean? That's men. Like men, we're just designed differently, but both of us are. Let me see. Both of us are needed. Mm-hmm. I think what's lacking in relationships today is that these 2 people need to figure it out to try to master this thing called life, because we know how life can hit you in so many different areas. So it's like, look, I'm rocking with you, you rocking with me, then let's go out here, we got to play this game called life together. And that's the thing that's lacked, because everything is pushed out in front. Oh, well, she needs to be like this. He needs to be making this. He needs to be doing that. And unfortunately now that's why you got the divorce rates high. You got independent women thinking that they can be the man. Like, she has 4 boys. Don't get me wrong. I know some guys that were raised with their mother and stuff like that. But then,
like, disclaimer.
But I know some of them personally, and there's just little things that's like, why does he do that? You know what I mean? Like my mom, I questioned her one time about my sisters. My mom does everything for them, you know. And I asked her, I said, Mom, why do you do everything for them? You do nothing for me. She said, you know what, Chris? As much as I want to, you just have to be a man. You got to figure it out. I'm not gonna lie, it pissed me off. Because I felt like
why did it piss you off?
Because I want what my sisters is getting. I want I want the assistance. But then when she was like, you know what, Chris, you're a man, you just have to figure it out. That's what men do. Because my mom is one of them that respects the roles of a man and a woman.
It's not, it's true though. That is what we do. We get in the dirt and try and figure out how to climb out of it by any means necessary. We'll try anything.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So that's the thing where I think that, like, I don't know why social media is misleading people in this direction.
It's not social media.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
I think it's culture. We had this conversation before. Like, I think when you look at culture, like you look at movies like The Titanic and The Notebook, I look at those movies and I'll be like, the woman is usually wrong in these romantic love stories that women love. Like, when you look at The Titanic, it's a woman who's engaged to a rich guy.
Choice.
A woman who's engaged to a rich guy. He takes her on a cruise. She goes on the cruise. She hates that he's working so much. and that he's fine. But the guy, he's finally getting this jewel that he's been searching for. She hates that he's been searching for it, that he's so enamored with finding this thing. So she finds the brokest dude on the boat. She finds the brokest dude on the boat to have a love affair with during this cruise. And then when the ship is sinking, the rich dude is still like, "Hey, I got the lifeboat. Come with me." He's still trying to save his girl, even though she been screwing him over the whole trip. And she's like, "No, I'm not getting on the lifeboat with you." And then goes with the broke dude. Gets on the freaking door in the middle of the frozen ocean, and holds on to the broke dude while he's hanging over the door in the water, freezing, while there's enough room for both of them. She's like, "Oh, Jack, I'm sorry," and just lets him go to sink to the bottom. And then she just rolls over onto the door and survives the trip. And then like 80 years later, she tells the story as if it's a sad thing, and she's probably still single. This shit is ridiculous. Well, like, how you're telling women that it's okay to be trash? It's okay to be engaged to a person, be mad that they're doing man stuff, working too much or something. Go have an adventure that you want to have on a cruise that your man paid for, that you hear for free, and have your hand smeared across the random car in the cargo ship container. Let this dude go. Let him die and not try to save him, and then go on with your life and tell the story as if you're the hero in the whole thing. That's like the whole culture is messed up. This when women are looking at the Titanic as a love story, then they're screwed in the head. They're like, I'll be looking at these movies like, what are y'all crying about? Like,
so my mind has been made up. I was trying to give women a pass for this week, but I think they're gonna have to put an arm in this jacket. I don't know.
At least an arm in it. The Notebook. We talked about this on our second episode. Yeah. Is Randy saying cut that out, move on? The producer is telling us to move on to the next conversation. All right. It's too much women slander.
At the end of the day, though, ladies, I love you guys. So, and women are, you know what? Let's talk about the things that women have overcome in the last 50 to 100 years.
Cool. Let's give them some props.
No, absolutely. And so in all backgrounds. And you know, let's talk about at one point that a woman wasn't respected.
Yeah.
She didn't have
They weren't allowed to vote like really soon. Yeah. And we talk about how recently it was that black people could vote. I think women started voting in the 60s or something. I don't want to like women. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what? When this podcast gets successful, I'm gonna get bashed on by guys. No, I'm way off. Feels like in 19.
Dudes are gonna like hate me because of the things that I actually saying or what I be trying to promote. It actually is helping women at the end of the day. It's not really. Yeah, it's a little bit of constructive criticism, but it's like to get you to the point where you want to be, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, women are essential. They are wanted. They are important. And it's like really, really, really like own that. Don't say it or try to prove it or to prove a point. Like, go to sleep with that. Get up and wear it again. Like the thing that really saddens me about I see a lot of great women with just the wrong guy, and it's like, why?
I think that's the thing men get frustrated about about women is I think men, even when we view ourselves as flawed. Mm-hmm. We view ourselves as flawed, and we have to overcome our flaws and try and become something better. I think men think of women as freaking angels, born perfect, born with virtue, born in innocence.
Yeah, when we're in tune
and
to
the
them
only
for
thing,
real, like we wash all those sins away. Like
yeah,
we'll look at you like okay, that's they bad. Like girl, you brand new to me, and until she plants a seed in my head and makes me think something differently.
yeah. Most of the things in society are built around protecting women.
Absolutely. I just wish that they would just know that, like really know that. Like I don't want to hear about the self-esteem issues and things like that. I understand that, like there's been a lack of fathers in society and abusive uncles. I'm gonna just keep it like that. You know what I mean? That women have to face
That's
and
the thing.
things like that.
Yeah.
And I totally understand it, but it's like at the same time, if you overcame that, and it's like just use the basic knowledge of common sense. We have these instincts just like animals do. So it's like if we're doing something, we feel it if it's right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And follow that. You know, don't ignore it or. And then 10 years later, I should have followed my first mind. I knew that. No, like use those women intuitions. Like I hear that women have. I don't know if that's a myth, but you know, I've heard that. But like for real, like you know, like I really be promoting. I really promote like women because women are very, very important and essential. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I said, like back in the early 2000s, it was like certain levels. You couldn't approach a girl if you wasn't at a certain level. Like if you're walking, you didn't holler at girls that were driving because you didn't even want her to pick you up.
And they probably had
like,
no scrubs
playing.
playing.
You felt like less than the
I
man.
don't want no scrubs.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna holler at this girl in the Honda. Like she's rolling, I'm walking. Nah, I'm cool. Now when I got my car, now I sized up the women with my car. So if I had a Honda Civic, I'm like, okay, Honda Civic, Nissan Sentra, Toyota Corolla. You know what I mean? All those girls that's rolling them cars. Yeah, I'm hollering. I ain't gonna holler at a girl that had a Benz. You know what I mean? She's out of my league. Like, what happened to that respect? Like, women have allowed that to disappear. And now you got it where it's like they get attacked by everything. You got dudes that be mobbing, almost look homeless, hollering at a chick in a G-Wagon. It's an $80,000 truck, and this dude feels like he has an ample shot. And then if she doesn't want to give him that shot, then she's disrespected. Like, oh, you dead. Or, you know what I mean? What? Like, I would, if I was a woman, I would feel offended. Like, bro, why did you even step to me? Like one of my friends, Destiny Gentry, when we were in high school, she used to be telling me, she'd be like, Chrissy. That's what she called me, Chrissy. She like, Chrissy, I'm about to give you this game for real, Chrissy. Look, if your grill all whack and your shoes is busted, you better never step to a G. I'm like, what's a G? She like, a G is the girl, man. Don't never step to her. And it was like, it was important. And it was like, no matter what that potential that guy was, if he wasn't correct, she shot him down. Like, nah, I'm straight. I'll still be single. Like, nah, get your act together. I'll see what's up.
As they should.
They don't do it now.
What?
They don't. They're now they're like, oh well, I can help him, or I can mold him, or oh, he needs help. Like,
I think women can help men mold. No, you don't think women can help men? I think that's their role.
No. That distracts us. That's a distraction. Men mold men. You are
Okay, but those are.
Yeah,
I just said that.
Yeah, you're the man.
I think women can help men. I don't know if they can mold them. I think those are two separate things. They can do one. They can't do the other.
Allowing him to go through the process by himself. Yes.
Okay. Then what's marriage for?
I mean, marriage is a graduation, going to college.
See, that's what you said. The women think it is. So you think it's the same thing?
But you go to college after that. You graduate, you go to college. Like Kobe Bryant with the Kobe system, right? You had a triangle, and what did he do? Put another triangle on top of it. You had a new level to reach. We
All
don't
right,
stop here.
All right, so I'm not specifically religious, but you are. And so the Bible says women are helpmeets, right?
I believe so. I don't want to quote the Bible too much because I don't know it like that. But
So that's like saying that women are to help men, not necessarily mold them. I think molding men is different. I don't think women can mold
like
men. I don't think they can create men or help men.
She's his better half, just like he's her better half. So
explain what that means.
Okay, so it's like like if we're in here cleaning it, if we're in here
All right, Randy, you in this conversation.
So look, if we're cleaning this room, if you and your wife are cleaning this room, right? So what's your role in this?
My role is to lift up the couch while she sweeps under it.
And you don't want your wife to lift this.
Yeah.
It's more like you don't want her to lift that. So, lift it. She got it. Boom. You put it down. Hey, I'm gonna do the windows. But then there might be something that you can't do, where you reach your arm back here, but she has small hands. Oh, don't worry about that, babe. I can get that. Like you guys work together. Your strengths are your weaknesses, and your weaknesses are your strengths. You know what I mean? Like that's why in the word it does say intertwine.
Okay, well,
to think into one.
I'm for I brought up the Bible. I didn't mean for it to be a staple. But I'm saying we were talking about help versus mold.
Yes,
I think help is appropriate.
Yes, help.
Mold is beyond their
is
capability.
The complexity of something.
Yeah, it's beyond their capability.
Yeah. So sometimes, and in my belief, help is the best. A woman can help the best by staying on the side.
No, you were just saying they can't help.
Yeah, me personally, I don't think they can, because I just feel like that women are a distraction. They're the best distraction.
From what?
From what we got to do. If I'm trying to save money, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does she help me save my money?
She can write up a financial plan, a budget.
Okay. What else?
I don't know.
And what else would she help me do?
Nah, see, I know what you're leading to. You're leading to she's gonna help you spend it.
Yes.
All right, but if you're leading,
I feel like
if you're leading the relationship, she can't just go spend money.
No, absolutely. But what I'm saying is that I believe that they can't help because it's a distraction. I feel like the best role that she has to do is that she got to just let him kind of get to that point. Once he's there, that was the help. I helped you get to this point by getting the F out of your way. Now you at this point, I've been here waiting for you. Thank you. You're welcome. Now come get me. You know what I mean? Because women could be a distraction. Just like, you know,
I don't understand how they. I know what you mean. How they can be a distraction, but I don't think if you're a male, if you're a man, and you're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway, taking a woman on only puts pressure on you to do that thing.
In a sense, but like let's dive in deeper.
I don't know how it's a distraction when it's that's like saying having a kid is a distraction.
It can be, but let's dive.
If I want to be something and I have a kid, I'm not distracted. I'm motivated. I'm pushed, and I think that's what having a woman is. If I want to do something, I get a woman, I'm pushed to do this thing because she starts adding on stuff that she wants.
But I believe
she starts completing the story. You know what I mean?
But I believe that push is not needed. It doesn't need to be needed by her.
It's not needed. I didn't say needed.
Well, no, I'm just saying, but she doesn't even have to do that. Like, we're pushing ourselves. I mean, the reason why I say just like distraction.
No, I don't think she pushes the need. I think her being there creates it to us.
It's like back in the tribal days. Does the king go to war first, or does he get married first then go to war?
Now look at Nick. Nick is now reborn. Respect Nick. I respect you for giving up the troll. He says, I think women put men to work every morning. They do. They try to. And God over man, man over woman, women over children. Yep.
Yeah, but absolutely correct. And what I'm saying, like, if I'm a king, and do I get married first, then go to war, or do I go to war and then get married?
There's no appropriate order. There's no right order.
There is one. What's the best one?
What's the best one?
Yes, what's the best one?
To get married before you go to war.
You think so?
Yeah.
To come back the war hero.
Yep.
But do you think that that's a distraction?
Yeah.
Because I'm not focused on war now.
It's what I'm saying. I think it's motivation to do what you need to do in war so that you can come back home.
But I think that you're right. But it's going to be motivation regardless. But wouldn't you think it would be better if she just says, "I'll be here when you come back"?
That's the same. It's the same exact thing.
No. Because
it's the same exact thing.
He could be thrown off.
That's the same exact thing. Who is the woman that says, "I'll be here when you come back"?
The woman that's right for you.
Then that's your wife, or else you don't care that she's there when you get back.
But do you want her to worry now that her husband's at war?
She has to worry. What do you mean?
But I'm just saying, it's a double-sided sword. Which one cuts you more?
Her worrying doesn't cut me more.
But you worrying about your wife at war, Will. You're distracted.
My wife at war?
No, you're at war and you have a wife now. You're worried.
It's my motivation to come back from war.
Yeah, but I think it's more motivation that I'm going to survive this and then I'm going to capture my prize.
I think it's more motivation if I have a prize. See, you're saying that rhetorical or a hypothetical thing is motivation. You come back a war hero and now you got all the chicks like,
No. But see,
and then you like, oh yeah, girl.
But you know,
girl.
And that's true. But you know that real one though, so you're not distracted by that.
All right, so if I get the real one before I leave and I go to war, I definitely need to be on my shit. I need to be on my shit. I can't be messing around with these dudes who want to chill and lollygag in the trench and play and be freaking out, and I gotta be like, yo, straighten your ass up, cause I gotta get back home.
But see,
you gotta get back home. I got my wife picture in my freaking coat, and at night I take it out and I look at it and I show it to people, and I'll be like, look, brother, this is my wife. If something happens to me, give her this letter, cause we gotta get back. For all of these things, I'm not getting back to be like popping and have all the bitches. Like, that's not as much motivation.
I'm just looking at it as a distraction.
I don't know why.
That's just
Have
me.
You guys seen 300?
I actually haven't. I know that was based behind a woman.
He said, Daniel said nothing beats the staying alive as a motivation.
No, yeah, you gotta breathe, baby. Like, yeah.
Staying alive is a big motivation.
I'm just saying, maybe this is one of those questions that it can be both right or both wrong, and that's where that shows us that our differences are different, which is nothing wrong with that.
We're using examples that could be that way
because I look at it even like myself.
All right, so the basis of what we're saying is a man shouldn't have a wife until he feels like he's complete.
I feel like, or at least like complete or damn near there, because what I'm saying is that because you lose focus and you lose motivation. Not motivation.
I think you're saying that. I think you're saying that like as it's in general, and I don't think it's true.
I think that
I know what you mean because I've been in that space where like I get a girlfriend and then kind of my focus of things are splitting. But I think
you put things in a pie graph, and like I said, women are essential. They're important. They're a must. And it's like if you were working on a craft, let's say if you're
trying to say a lot of different things.
If you're working on an album, you know what I mean, and it's like I got my wife here, so you're going to implement time. into that because you can't trust the fact that she understands you, that you really trying to just get this album done. You know what I mean? It's gonna put a difference, or it's gonna be some conflict of interest in this. And that's just how I feel. I just feel like get the work done first, then go after the prize.
It sounds like you've dealt with women who've been distractions.
Women are distractions. Period. By how they look.
By how they look.
A woman don't gotta do nothing but be a woman, and she's gonna turn heads. She's gonna get people's attention.
Chris Tucker, Dead Presidents. What happened in Dead Presidents that with Chris Tucker and his girl?
Oh, I don't know. I
I've never seen that.
haven't seen that in so long.
It's a difference of methods and opinions. Everybody's situation. Yeah, everybody's
No,
situation.
absolutely. You know, and I'm not saying that I'm right at all or anything. And maybe I'm just going by my experiences.
No, I've said that. I've been in situations that Chris is talking about where a woman has been a distraction to me. I know what he means, but I don't think that's the woman's fault.
No,
I understand that he means by women are distractions by the way of how they look. But at the same time, in those situations, I didn't necessarily think of those women as
yeah, and
something that a wife that I was working on.
And maybe
they were distractions physically.
And maybe like how, because like I look at myself, like, you know, going through this nursing program, it's like I could have entertained a relationship, but then like would I've been focused? Because I'm going to create this pie graph, and there's going to be slices that's going to go towards her.
What if you have a woman who's like, I want to have kids in 2 years?
She ain't the one for me anyway.
No, I'm just all right. Let's say you were open to having one kid, right? Well, maybe that has something to do with how you're thinking about these situations, because when you find a woman doesn't have anything to do with building a family.
It has I'm open to a blended extended family.
Well, you wouldn't date a woman with no kids.
No.
Yeah.
I won't even, and because I'm just done having children. Even though I'm open to even maybe mildly raising their kid or helping if they have one.
That seemed backwards as hell to me. You said this before, and I just don't understand.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, just for me, I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to go back to formula like.
What if she has like a 2-year-old?
I'm open for that.
A 1-year-old.
I'm still open for that.
Yo, how could all right to marry a woman that you're gonna be with forever?
Yeah, I'm open.
You're open to start dating a woman with a 1-year-old, and that's her only kid.
It could be, yeah.
Instead of her not having kids and giving her a
And
1-year-old.
the reason
All you did is skip 18 months. That's the only thing.
I have the reason for that though.
That's all you did. All you did is skip 18 months.
No, you're right. But my reasoning behind that is because I know what type of woman she is after a child. Women do change after they have children.
But she has one.
Yeah,
though.
she has a kid, and if I still like this girl after having a kid, then yeah, I'm rocking with her. Because
So you think she's gonna change again after she has the second one?
she could change again, but women. But I'm just saying in general, when women like I'll use the Kiss Bomb for instance. Ty, she was a different woman than she is now, and it's not saying that that's all bad because all of it's not bad, but it's a change. Hell, I'm different. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if I could still rock with this person that had a kid, and I'm like, oh okay, you still doing this or doing that, or we still have certain similar. Okay, cool. That's what I'm saying. It's a risk for me because I don't know how that woman's gonna be after she has a kid if she don't have one.
No, but in the situation she has one.
Yeah, she has one, and I see the result after having a kid.
I
see how she looks after she has a kid.
I see what you said.
That's my formula.
So would you give her another one?
No.
So why wouldn't you give her the second one?
No.
But what's the reason?
No, I'm done having kids. It's
That's the reason.
It's a selfishness with me. I'm done.
So you're done having kids.
Yes.
Your reasoning is that you will find a woman with any amount of kids at any period of time because you think you don't feel guilty about not having a kid with them.
No,
Basically,
I don't feel guilty.
yeah, because they already have one.
Yeah, but it's like, and I, for me, I could be absolutely wrong, but I think for me that will work. You know what I mean? It will work for me. You know?
I don't know.
I don't know. I never just wanted to have a lot of kids by random or different women because it's a tug of war. Someone loses, and now we're talking about lives.
Y'all mind if I go pee at the bathroom real fast?
No, go ahead. You know, like that. You know what I mean? That's a situation where it's like we're gambling with lives here, because if daddy's not here, the kid just sees mommy and us. Well, where's my dad? Well, he's over here with another kid and another woman in another situation. And, you know, at a certain age level, it's hard for kids to grip that at 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are golden years. It's hard for kids to kind of grip, you know, to really understand that. Why would you want them to understand? You got to really beat that kid till their head is bloody to get them to understand what you really mean, and it's not a bad thing, but then that's a lot of damage. So just for me, my personal preference, I just don't want to do that. I feel like that men that can do it, obviously the kids have to have age. You know what I mean? At least teenagers. Teenagers don't really care what their parents do after, you know. They see him, but, you know, he want to, whatever. I ain't watching him. You know, I ain't doing none of that extra. That's on you, Pops. I ain't watching that little fool. Like, I'll look after him in the streets, but I ain't doing no more, no less. You know what I mean? Like, they don't.
Building their own life.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to find who they are, so they don't really care. But like I said, that golden years 4, 5, 6, 7, like where my daughter is now 7. Oh, that would tear her apart. That it would be like, wait, Daddy has another daughter, like, huh?
What if you were dating somebody else so seriously? You think it would have the same effect? Just dating?
Yes and no. I mean, because my time is always committed to my daughter, because she's mine. You know what I mean? So my time wouldn't feel obligated to be split. But when you have a kid here, both these kids is yours, and 2 different women, you feel obligated because they're your children. You know what I mean? But, you know, when these are my 2 kids, my obligation is always to them. She can have a kid. It ain't even no disrespect. I'm gonna blend that in. Like, hey, that's your little brother. Jordan, you in charge. Taylor, if he younger than her, you watch him. And hey, you listen. But hey, don't you be being mean. I you up. You know, boom, and it's gonna work. I'm gonna put these kids on their assignment. You know what I mean? But my obligations will still always be my kids, and they're at one place. You know what I mean? Versus 2. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's like what I would like try to do. At least, and I could be all the way wrong on this. Just for me, that's just how I feel will be the best solution at this point. You know, so.
Yeah, because you're still going to be dating somebody, so it seems like blended families would be the max as far as where you're going to go with family as of right now.
Yeah.
Just blending families, not.
It's planned. Like for me, like I think that when you go in this blind, then yeah, you screw yourself up. Because remember, a man is supposed to be leading or leading us to a certain spot. So, you know, and I think sometimes guys can get caught up where it's like, failed relationship, 1 kid. Failed relationship, 2 kids. Failed relationship, 1 on the way. Like, wait, hold on, bro. You screwing some stuff up. You got 3, 4 kids by 3 different women. Half your kids gonna be screwed up.
That's a whole new situation that you just created, though.
But it's,
Now you're talking about a dude who's just recklessly out here planting babies in
but
women.
almost that's like the new norm now. Like
No,
you have like it's rare
it's
for a woman to
these
have
are
2
stats.
kids
Most
or more with just one guy.
Most men are single, making more than average men and with no kids. More than 50%. More than 50% of kids are men. More than 50% of men have no kids and are making substantial money.
Yeah.
So that's not most. It's not the norm.
Yeah.
It's just there's a small percentage of men that are having kids with a lot of women.
Mm-hmm. Looking at
Oh.
what he had said.
Okay. I'm reborn. I'm not gonna call you Nick anymore, but I am careful about putting your comments up before I read them. So he says, I'm from the UK. I am lower class. I grew up on the console estate. I don't know what that is. Projects. Got it. We get too much government help, which drives the fathers out of the home. We do the same thing here in America.
Well, you see, that's the thing where because a man, as we can see in the UK, is being and is here in the States that a man's respect level is by his pocketbook, and it's not by his abilities anymore. You know what I mean? And that's the part that's sad, that's kind of sucks, because when you think about the most talented people that you may know, I'm like, our dad is like in the list of like 2 to 3 different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we've seen that, and our dads was promoting that on us. Like, hey, you have a house, cut the grass, do it like this. Hey, this is how you do your inner tube, fix your bike. Hey, this is how you do this, do that. Yeah, go hand me that flathead. Go hand me that Phillips. Hand me that hammer. Start learning tools. You know what I mean? Hand me that saw. Hand me this, that. You know, and that's when a man was honestly kind of respected at the point, because it was like, it was no task that he couldn't do. You know what I mean? Along with the money, he may not have made the greatest amount of money, but he made it work. You know what I mean? But he was heavily respected by the talent levels. But now we don't care what you do. How much money are you bringing home a year? If it's not at a substantial amount more than her, that's where the level of respect you as a man, that's how she's going to judge it.
I don't think that's absolute in that way.
I might.
I think.
I won't say it's Stella, but it does play a part.
I'm not sure if I agree with that. I would have to think about it. Plays a part. I can agree with.
Because right now, my words could be impactful mildly because of how I sound. But if I tell people, oh yeah, the next 6 months I'm jumping from a 40 to 80,000. Oh, wow, okay. Antennas is gonna be up because how many people make $80,000? I'm in a different umbrella now.
I'm in less than 10%.
So now my words are really impactful now. Even though I could be saying the same thing. It's the same thing with celebs. We could post something on our Instagram. Hey, what's up, fools? 1 comment, 2 likes. Snoop Dogg say, what's up, fools? 2 billion comments, 300,000 likes.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the difference between me and Snoop? Obviously, $300 million.
But Snoop had a wife before he could do that.
Yeah.
He still has the same one.
Yeah. But no, I'm just saying, just like, because, and he has the money, so it's like a certain respect level will be.
But
there.
he still had the same wife when he didn't have the money.
Absolutely. No. That's a wonderful thing. So maybe
All right, but so what I'm saying is that kind of defeats the point. You're saying because he's Snoop and he could do that now, then it grants him some type of leniency with women.
Well, no,
but
because
he
it's-
had the
'cause
same woman
I'm
when
saying with the
he
money.
wasn't.
And what I'm saying with this reborn gentleman, you know what I mean? Where he's saying that the government is assisting and is driving the dads out the house. The government's assisting.
I agree with
So
that
it's like
part.
if
Yeah.
you're driving the dad out the house, so that means is that the dad isn't making enough money. So she's like this.
I don't think
I
that's
can deal
it.
with Calvin
I don't think that's
and
it.
his crack kinder, or I could kick Calvin out and I still got.
I don't think that's it. This is why I don't. All right. This is why I don't. The dad could be making $250,000 a year, and this what he said is still. All right, I'll put this up while we're saying this. What he says is still gonna apply. The dad could be making $250,000 a year. He can be in the 1% in the nation of people making money. The wife still has the ability to say, "I'm done doing this." Take half of what he has ever made, not what he makes yearly. Say he's been making $250 for 10 years. He saved up $1 million. He had, or not saved up necessarily, but his assets are $1 million. Whether it's houses, cars, or whatever. She could take half of that, get alimony, get child support.
Yeah.
Even if you're making the money. And I would even fight against what you're saying to say the more money you make, the more incentivized a woman could become to use the government
Yeah, that's true.
against you.
Yeah.
Because the poorer you are, it's just that she gets assistance and she's going to get minimum. She might still be a project woman and having to maneuver around. The more money you make, then it's like, I could take half of this every year. I could take half of what you have right now. You have $1 million in assets. I could take 500,000 of it and alimony every month until I get married, and I'll never get married, and child support until the kids 18, 24 if they go to college. They're still incentivized if you make money to leave and take government.
Yeah.
So money's not going to protect you from falling into that.
No, it won't protect you, but it's like,
and it money will make you more favorable. It makes you more liable in a woman's eyes, because if the woman has seen you because you're a provider, you have money, they have more incentive to leave you after you have taken them and married them for the money.
that's true too. Well, that's where the prenups and all that little paperwork comes in.
Yeah, but then
But I get what you're saying. Like, no, you're right. You know, on that, and it just, I just kind of hate that.
I think, all right, this is what I think. Out of everything we just said, I think I would have said that women are based in fear in relationships. Because like when I was talking to the woman at the party yesterday, I have a new my cousin, one of my favorite cousins, who's just started dating somebody new. It seems like his career is going in the right way. Her career is going in the right way. It seems like them together are 100,000 plus couple. And there's still a bit of fear in her about what could go wrong. The way she even thought about what was happening was, she said, like, I looked at him and he just came across as hood. I thought he was hood. I didn't she's approaching the situation in fear that it's gonna go bad. And so now she's trying to rationalize, like, everything seems good. Everything seems like it's gonna go well. We all know that the longer you're in a relationship, you're gonna face problems. Nothing, and money doesn't solve that.
Money don't solve that.
Money doesn't solve like you having problems. So her fear is gonna come true, and what's her reaction to the fear? What I try to say is expect it to go bad. It is. It will.
Yeah.
Times are gonna get hard. Whatever hard is in that situation. Hard might not be financially hard. Hard could be cheating. Hard can be you disagree on something about the children you're raising. Hard can be a lot of things.
No, absolutely. That's why That's why I was saying that.
Well, let me finish. It seems like you're approaching situations in fear of what can go wrong, and so it's better to say things are going to go wrong off top.
No,
Don't think about what can go wrong. Just accept that they will.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You know, and it's hard to turn that switch off when it's on. You know, especially from a women's point of view too. Can't speak for women like that, but I have heard, you know, because once a woman gets kind of cheated on, you know, they're like, you know, they're almost like damaged goods.
I think women have it because of all the fairy tale stuff that we talked about. Like if when I tell the story of the Titanic movie and then women tell the story, it's a completely different story.
Yeah.
And then we can go Disney movie, The Notebook, any romantic movie. Everybody lives happily ever after.
So we need to cook up with a formula to how to prep people for that. That's why I always say, like, when you date somebody, when you first meet them, tell them no.
It's called marriage. The solution is marriage and understanding what that is. Yeah. You don't get everything that you want.
No, absolutely. I might, and that's the thing, like, you know, because with like dating and things like that, like, you know, I feel like people don't keep it real. Both parties, unfortunately.
Yeah, both parties.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you go into dating, it's like, okay, what are you dating for? You know, and that's already a lie and a trick question because a guy never wants to try to proceed that, oh, well, I'm just sexually attracted to you, obviously, because then she's going to be, oh, well, that's all you want. I don't know. You know, and now he loses the girl. You know, and so, we have a comment.
Oh, is that my boy Lonnie?
What's up, dude?
Is that my boy Lonnie? First time here. Lonnie says, nope, I met my wife when I was trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Now I'm rich, bitch.
No, and that's a wonderful.
Hey, let's go, Lonnie.
And that's a wonderful thing, you know what I mean? And you know, like I just, you know, going back to that I just feel like that, you know, I'm like, well, Lonnie, did what role did your wife play when you were trying to get, you know, make $1 out of 15 cents? Like, what is she doing? Was she in your way? Did she motivate you? Like, tell me, Lonnie, I'm listening.
Why do you think the women are automatically distractions?
Maybe the women that I ran into are distractions. Maybe that's what it is. So I'm not afraid to say that either. So, you know, maybe the women that I ran into are distractions. But I feel like they are because of just how they look. We are attracted to them, no matter what. They can put on sweats and a hoodie, and they can put on something sluttish and skimpy. We're gonna look. We're gonna pay attention. Our antennas is gonna be there. You know.
Hey, what's cracking, Lonnie? I see you.
You know. So, you know that's just how I feel. You know. So maybe I need to find me a young lady that doesn't distract me, or do what your wife said on there. Just get my stuff together first, then I'll seek. You know.
All right, I think this is what Chris is saying. This is what Randy is right here.
Yeah, and
look at her comment on pro. So what a man need, she capitalized need because women be capitalizing letters that they really make.
No,
need to be complete before
he needs to be complete like 80%. Like he needs to have a date, time, and when this is gonna manifest. If he's on some, it's in the drawing board or it's in the making or in the works, then that's no good. Like I tell like my homegirls, like one of my philosophies, I tell my homegirls all the time, don't listen to nothing that a guy says. If a guy's talking too much in the beginning, he ain't doing diddly squat. Because men don't have time to talk. We're too busy doing things. Watch his feet. So, you know, if he's pumping a lot of stuff in your head from the jump, he ain't doing nothing.
I think you said two things. I think what you're trying to say is right. I think what you're saying is wrong.
Maybe.
All right. So what you ended on is if he's pumping a lot of stuff in your head, then
Well, I'm
move
just
on.
saying, like, he's selling.
I think that's
himself.
right.
He's selling himself to you. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, like if I meet a chick and I'm like, yeah, I'm in nursing school. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that money when I get out of school. Man, about to be doing big things. Got this house working on. You know what I'm saying? After that,
But what's wrong with that?
Okay, what's wrong with it is that they ain't the reality.
Why isn't that the
It's
reality?
not the reality now. Because, see, this is what people have to start doing. Take life as a screenshot. Screenshot it. And what is it at that moment? I'm saying this.
You know what I don't like about...
Am I a nurse? No, not really that yet.
You are a nurse.
Do I have a house? Not really, not yet. Am I making the 80K plus? Really not yet. So... black and white. What am I considered? A liar.
This is all right. This is what I think
it's the black and white. It's considered lying.
This is what I think you doing. I think you taking women's side in this argument.
No, it's not a woman's side. I don't think so.
I gotta put you back on screen. You don't think? All right, let me say it before you say it if I'm right or wrong. Can't even say. I didn't even say it yet. All right, let's go through super chats. Not super chats. Sheesh. I'm way ahead of myself on that statement. Let's go through the chat before I say what I was gonna say. All right, so Reborn says yes, definitely. I don't date at the moment because I'm not complete. All right, so he agrees with Chris. All right, so Lonnie says we both work hard. I'm not gonna lie. She gets in the way.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Lonnie. Like keep it a buck with your boy.
But sometimes it's for the good, he says.
No.
We both are working.
It's for the good because we can touch her. That's good for us. Like, yeah, it's good. It's a good distraction. When I use the word, okay, let me paraphrase my word distraction. Distraction that I'm using in this sense is not all the way negative. But
okay.
If I'm working on this project and my girl...
I heard it as negative because if you're trying to do something and you get distracted, that's negative.
Well, yes, but okay. So if I'm on the computer working on a project and my girl comes walking past me in some thongs and a bra, she's minding her business. She could be just passing through, and I'm gonna maybe.
Wait, do it again. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go like. My antennas is like this. Antennas is up. He's talking to me. We two different people. I gotta be clean when I say we. Him down there. We two different people. He like, hey man, what you about to do? Bro, I gotta type now, bro. We need to go.
Little head like, turn this laptop off. Let's go see what's happening in the bedroom.
Early in the morning to do this. You gonna improvise.
We'll finish this in the morning. Let's see what's happening.
You can do that, and then she go back to sleep. Then you can come back and finish. Knowing damn well I'm gonna fall asleep after. And now I'm up in the morning thinking I gotta do this dang project. And then we kind of mildly, in a nice way, girl, why'd you wear that last night? What? I was just going to bed. So you just was going to bed and thongs and this and that, and you had your Juicy Couture smelling, and so that's how you went to bed? Oh, for sure. I got you. Because women know how to play the game perfectly.
All right, this is what I think. Let me drink my water. Let me moisten my loins. Women are, what's the word? Hypergamous? Hypergamy?
I need the definition of that. I never heard that word. What's the definition of hypergamous?
We'll look it up just for the sake of the conversation. Hypergamy.
Okay, so if I look at it, hyper meaning quick, because that's the medical terminology.
Yep. Fast is gonna be the definition.
Okay.
Like some form of fast gammy. Alright, wait. It's not pulled up. Let me do it the smart way.
Hypergamous.
There we go. Alright. So we got hypergamy. The action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background. That's hypergamy. And I have no issue with women being hypergamous.
Me neither from reading that.
They are, and that's what it is. All right, but what you're saying is that they have infinite hypergamy, and I don't agree with that. I think they can be hypergamous. They can be very specific about their choice, but I don't think they can choose back out, choose again, back out, choose again, back out. That's why we start getting into like
it varies. Kind of what Kevin Samuels is saying with that they can't do that because of the kid base, which is true. But from a legit single woman that has the sex appeal, she can dance that for 30 years.
No, she can't.
Because she still has the look, she can.
No, we already know what we say about women like that. Women who do that for a long period of time, we call them what? Hypergamous women who saturate the market with their hypergamy. We call them hoes for a reason. Like you doing too much out here. It's not wrong that you did it the first time or the second time, but you done did it 10 times. You done went from basketball player to rapper to football player to basketball player to rapper. We were like, oh, yo, you are hypergamy.
Jacket back to the guys. Because there's always that one goofball.
It's cool. It's cool to
I
not
love her.
Yo,
they're gonna rock with her.
It's cool for a woman to not mess with anybody and say, I want an athlete. Get to athlete, and that's who they're with. That is perfectly fine. It's not cool for a woman to football player for a year, rapper for 6 months, basketball player for a year, tennis player for 6 months, politician for a year. Like then we started being like, yo, you flexing your hypergamy.
Yeah,
you flexing your hypergamy.
But what I'm saying,
it's too much, right?
It's absolutely too much.
All right, so I don't disagree anyway that women look for the best option available to them. But once they choose, then they've chosen. What's new is that they feel like they can bounce in and out of choosing. They'll get with a basketball player, have a baby with him, and then be like, he cheated on me, I'm out. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense in the scheme of hype. It doesn't make sense in the scheme of hypergamy.
No.
It doesn't even make sense for a woman.
No.
It's against hypergamy.
Yeah.
You were hypergamous to find a man of value with money who had something going. You had a baby with him. You have completed your hypergamy. You have completed the cycle of being hypergamous.
Yeah.
And now you've had a seed with a valuable person, a male, and you're set. Sit your ass down. But what they do is they'll do that and be like, oh no, I'm going to go over here. Like, it'll be chicks with babies with Lil Wayne and then such and such. And
we have to stop right there because then I'll be forced to put the jacket back on us because you got these dumb idiots that, well, I'll rock with her though because she still has the look. Even though you see the trend that she's doing, like with Kim Kardashian, for example.
But what's your look?
Jennifer Lopez, another one. You know what I mean? Like they have that look still, and it's like, and they'll find that bonehead. It goes back to what we were saying too. When we find that woman that we want, we'll wash all her sins away.
Or some men may overlook the good one because this one's so bad over here looking. So.
Yeah. So
Yo, see, what you're saying is, you're saying that women have the ability to be hypergamous, and I agree with you. just on that foundational stake.
Yeah.
But you're saying that the man has to be the most value to get the woman. You want the most hypergamous woman. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nothing wrong with that either. Mm-hmm. All right. So but when like at the stage you are now, you say you're not a nurse. You're a nurse. Your nurse is in the certificate you have, right? Mm-hmm. Right. You're a nurse. You're just moving up in nursing. So you're saying that a woman should want the higher standard of nurse, not you who's moving through the ranks currently.
I might.
Which I think you're picking. You're saying that women should bypass all of the stages of growth and pick just the highest stages, and when we know those stages are 5%, 10% most of dudes. So now you're saying 10% of women get a dude. If we follow your program and just say that's what women should do and that's what men should do, 10% of women and 10% of men get married.
Well, I would take the 10% versus 80%, and then 5 years later, 70% are single again. So it goes back to the 10%.
You're referencing like the 80 or whatever the percent divorce rate.
Yeah,
is.
I'm just saying like the numbers are gonna always fluctuate. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying and stuff like that, but I feel like they should do that. Like, let's just cut the meat and potatoes. Go after what you're trying to go after. You know what I mean? Like, you save yourself the trouble, save yourself the headache, and things like that.
Do you think that's better? Like, do you think that's the best idea to have better communities? I'm not even putting like race on it, but communities in general.
You mean like small cities, things like that? You talking about
no, groups of people that live close to each other.
I agree.
You think that the women in these groups of people should only look to the 10% of the men that make.
But see, I say yes, but in sad reality.
I think you're saying yes because you think that's what they're doing, and you can't talk them out of it. You don't think you can talk them out of it.
But
you don't
thing is that, but every woman wants to have the best.
Mm-hmm.
But in the reality,
they can't.
You may not. You may not have the look. You may not have the part. It might be something that's going to hold you back from not getting the best. Unfortunately, that's the part that sucks about this world today, that we can't say that.
We can't. We just said it right now.
I know, but we can't emphasize that.
We said it. We've been emphasizing it for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like, because, I feel like that everybody, I can flip it on myself. I feel like that I should be able to get exactly the woman I want. Now, in reality, would I be able to get her? Maybe, maybe not. Because the girl that I might want, she might be like, nah, I'm hell bent because you got 2 kids, bro. I can't mess with you. So no matter what, I can keep knocking on that door, but I may not get an answer. The thing that's going to be going against me is going to be time. So then I'm going to have
time.
Yeah, because if I'm wasting my time on this door, they're knocking on this door. I'm going to have to eventually. I'm going to have to create a different scale and then come up with a different formula. Because if I want, let's say a culture-based woman, culture-based women.
You mean a black woman? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Like a culture-based black woman. She's having.
Wait, what do you mean a culture-based black woman?
Well, I'm using that as an example. Like a culture-based black woman, she's having the hardest time because she's like, well, you got kids. Why you can't working out with her? Like, leave me alone.
That's a good question.
Why you can't work it out with her? And because of their beliefs, they're like, well, no. In our beliefs, when you have a kid with that person, you with them. Period. So why you can't work it out with her?
Oh, you talking about a specific person?
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, maybe you're not talking about her.
I'm not
but
talking about her, but it is like it was a
it happened
exposure
like that. Yeah,
where it was like, oh, okay, this is how y'all kind of think. And
that's a legit. Hey, it's a legit question.
Yeah,
There are answers to the question.
absolutely.
So I don't fault the question.
We can all aim for the 10%, men or women, but there's going to be
what will be the men's 10%?
Well, the men 10%, whatever type of woman he desire. If he wants a culture-based woman, if he wants a woman with blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But is his reality going to fit? Is it going to? You're going to have the keys to unlock that to get that, because it might take a 6-figure income. It might take a height limit. It might take a race limit. It might take all.
It might
black,
take all
like
that,
all
all that
men,
together. You might have to put them all together, like Captain
I would say
Planet,
this:
Earth, Wind,
all
Fire.
black men love Indian women.
I don't know.
We all love them, but how many could we touch them? No, because they are locked in.
You mean Indian, like Indian?
Yeah, like we all will have a even though they're covering up, but we're like we'll entertain it if we can. But we know we ain't ever. We'll do better trying to do something else. You ain't cracking her. For one, you ain't Indian. For two, you ain't got a ton of money to give to the family to get her. What I do? You know what I mean? Do I keep trying? No, I
don't know. I think that was like two generalizations. You're saying like every Indian family is wealthy, and that's not true.
That's not true. But what I'm just saying, but they locked in. Like you just don't see them stumbling on the street.
I think if you get a poor Indian family, you can get their daughter from them.
Yeah, but you use the
if you're a middle class Black American, you can get an Indian woman from a poor Indian family.
But you use the key word there, if that's a big.
But
if.
most black men are middle class.
Absolutely, and most Indians have money embedded in the family.
No, they don't. No, they don't. What are you talking about? Americans are. Hey, I'm not finna get on nationalism here, but Americans at the lowest level are richer than Indians. They're not a first world country.
I get that, but here they have the money.
In America? Yeah. You're talking about those are Americans, yo.
Yeah, but they got money. That money. All right, but we can't compete.
Well, go to India and get you a fresh one.
Might have to do that. Okay. Gotta take that. What's this flight? Is that 23 hours or something like that?
It's a long ass flight. We can sit here.
So you can't even get it there. How you gonna bring it home?
I'm middle class. What you mean? I can't afford a $1,200 ticket and a visa. I'd be like, yeah, I'll go to the embassy. Like, I got my wife over there. Y'all need to fly her back.
It's such a high risk because then when her people see her, they gonna gobble her up. Like, wait, you don't belong there.
Okay. They will probably push her on the plane. They will probably push her on the plane. I'd be like, yo, I make $67 a year, every year. Yeah. They probably push her on the plane, yo. What do you say? Humans seek approval even from those who seek to oppose them. Okay. Humans crave to fit in and meet expectations, regardless who or what creates those expectations. I gotta think about that. If anything, Reborn posts some like thought-provoking stuff that I can't immediately address. I have to sit and let it settle in my brain to see if I agree with that. I agree with this first statement though. Humans seek approval. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna overall say I agree with what he said. You know, kind of, but he had to play my mind like 3 times. Like,
Yeah.
You know, and shout out that we're reaching people in the UK. Wow,
I know.
that's awesome sauce.
I appreciate everybody who's here. We started off with 6 viewers, and I know we're not like the biggest channel, but we've grown. And everybody here, I appreciate y'all. Give us a like, just for support. It's free. Hit the like button, the little thumbs up thing, or hit the thumbs down button. Like, I don't care which one you hit, but hit one of them. Yo, but so, all right, we've been here. We've been on 2 hours. Over 2 hours, really. Yeah. we having like real conversation. You want to wrap it up, or you want to keep going?
Upset with me, like this guy 2 hours to drink a beer. Like, get him off of this television. Like,
that is some lightweight.
Disrespectfulness.
I've had 2 of them. I've had 2 of them during the show.
You know what I mean? Or like,
Chris is on this first one. I don't know if that's good for him or bad for me. I don't know which one.
I'm gonna drink some of this water though. You know, that's definitely.
Yeah, I've had water too. This isn't a conversation you can get through in one sitting.
No, absolutely.
we can sit here for 8 hours and not be done.
No. We're gonna be wrapping it up really soon because we've been on for 2 hours. So no, I appreciate everybody coming on and everybody appreciate the comments and things like that. I appreciate everyone continuously rocking with us and things like that. And as we grow, we're all growing together. So that's the most exciting thing for me during this whole process is just that, just doing that. And as we're growing together, you know what I mean? We're building a bond in relationship too, you know. And
yo, I appreciate you with your troll ass Reborn. Even I say I liked and subscribe, I've never disliked the YouTube video. I appreciate that. Yeah,
so,
I really do. Like, thank you for taking the time.
I love the comments and things like that. Lonnie, good looking out as usual, man. Daniel, Ebony came on. Thanks so much. You know, and others, if I didn't call your name, don't take it personally, you know. But, you know, thank you guys so much. And, you know, I'm not going to be honest with you. I didn't really know what we were going to talk about today.
I didn't either. That's why we just had a just chatting thing. It was freestyle.
Yeah, that's the luxury.
Next week, we'll probably have a topic. We'll see what it's going to be.
Well, you know, we got to put a jacket on somebody.
Everybody, Sunday, 7:45 Pacific Standard Time.
That's the time we're going, 7:45?
Yep.
7:40-ish, right? Yeah, we need to put 40-ish.
7:45 every Sunday Pacific Standard Time. America's Mind is live on YouTube. I don't care if I die, my wife is gonna be holding the phone over my body for 2 hours because we going live.
Well, Randy,
I promise you we'll be here every Sunday at 7:45 Pacific Standard Time.
No, you know, and yeah, it's so far so good. So, you know, I don't think I'll be using any more absences. You know.
Oh, yeah, you don't call it off 2 sick,
Randy,
2 sick days.
You know, I'm master producer. I got any more sick leave?
He ain't got no sick days left this year.
I gotta build them things back up. I gotta be on here for about another 10 more episodes. Build up the hours.
Yeah, you better. Hey, next time you better be at the restaurant with your phone on the stand, talking with the noise in the background. Hey, Reborn, I really appreciate you. I'm not going to call you your other name ever again. It took me a minute to catch on to that. That was clever, bro. I like that. It was very witty. And if I appreciate anything, I appreciate wit and pettiness. Those are my 2 favorite attributes.
Well, he's giving us a subject
and
matter.
You are full and good on both of those things.
You know, I'm not going to lie to you.
Do you think class is a bigger problem than racism? When you say problem, I don't know. If I think class, I think class is more
Specify for me with that. I'm a little lost with class. What does he mean by that?
Class is like say we say lower class, poverty,
Oh,
lower
okay,
class,
okay. So
middle
you're talking about
class,
that.
upper middle class, upper class.
Okay.
All right, so I think class is a bigger issue than race. In America, anyway. You are in UK. I don't know what y'all doing over there, but in America, class is definitely a bigger issue than race.
I can see that, but I don't know. I think racism, and I don't want to start rambling too much. We'll be on for 3 hours, and
Are we gonna have a racism talk?
no, I want to.
All right, set the clock. We'll get off at midnight. Yeah, we'll be on here all night.
You know what? Just
let us know when the sun comes up. We'll stop
like,
talking
I
about
know
racism.
that like class. I think that just kind of sums it to respect. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. I think you say so that umbrella, but racism definitely, I think, in my opinion, it scopes to bigger things because not only your respect is in jeopardy, but then it's like you as a person, like your background, your race, everything about you is more in jeopardy. You know what I mean?
In
like,
jeopardy of what?
Well, just in jeopardy, just period. Meaning that they just don't care. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But how does it affect the person?
Well, it can be damaging. Like,
but how?
I'm saying, like, racism scars people. What I mean by
how
I'm just saying, like, it's never forgotten. Like,
okay, so emotionally.
Yes, emotionally. Like, if I was to talk about racism, like how it affects me personally, it doesn't affect me personally. Have I dealt with racism? Absolutely. Now, when I look at the bigger spectrum of how do I feel about racism, it is a little messed up. I won't say a little messed up. It is messed up, and it's a way bigger problem than what it is because we're talking about just blacks in general. We'll talk about them just on purpose being just dealt with a certain way in a very cruel and disrespectful way. Like, they just passed a lynching law that you can't lynch now. Like, just now. And we're
But why do you need a lynching law?
But why wasn't there a law implemented that you can't lynch people until now? Like, that's something you just don't just do, like, every day. That's one of the most heinous.
You know why?
You could do.
Because Democrats placate to black people, and so they'll do things like anti-lynching laws because they what they want to do is say, black people, we got your back. There's an anti-lynching law, but I'm like, what? Do we need an anti-lynching law?
I say yes, but there
Why?
were still some states that still disagree.
Are people getting lynched, bro?
Yes. They got the sundown. I don't know if I can even say that, so let me just be quiet.
You can say sundown states because we had this conversation.
Sundown states.
No, there aren't.
Yes, there are, Jamal.
We had this conversation, bro.
You go see Oklahoma.
You go see things that pop up that have to do with the past. I'm talking about in 2022.
Yes, there are stories. Yes.
What do you mean stories?
There's
this year?
Yes, there's confirmed stories
of people driving in a state, getting pulled over after sundown and getting hung from a tree.
Yes, unfortunately.
There was one recently, not too long ago in California.
Unfortunately, I hope I was wrong, but it's true. But
y'all got to bring the evidence next week. That's your homework assignment. I will not accept anything about that except unless you bring me the evidence.
Yeah, so Reborn. He said let's save it for the next show, and I think this will be a really interesting topic and things like that because I have a mixed feelings when it does come to racism.
So y'all know next week Chris and Randy got to bring me the sundown state lynching.
I am confident
in factual application
tomorrow.
Well, we had the conversation before, and you were sending me articles that had nothing to do with that.
No,
you sent me one article that said that was about this stuff used to happen, and we're happy it doesn't happen here anymore.
No, he didn't say that.
Oh, see what I do. Look, me, Jamal Williams, I be facts all day. And when me and Chris had, no, interrupt me, because I'm finna pull up my facts. When me and Chris had this conversation before, it was when I was in Chicago, or traveling to Chicago. He sent me this article because we were having this exact same conversation. I'm gonna read from this article that he sent me. And he thinks this article proved his point. You know why? Because he did not read the article. And I stopped having the conversation because I read the article. And I was like, Chris didn't read this article because he wouldn't have sent this as proof of the thing that he was trying to prove, because it disproves his thing. And so here we go. Let me find a point. All right, so this is part of the article he sent me that he thought proved sundown states were in effect. It said, with increasing statistics of different ethnicities and races present in the Coleman community, we like to think of ourselves as a miniature melting pot where anyone and everyone is welcome, and we treat you like family. Coleman's small town charm and big city appeal have attracted people from all over the states. Is the sign real? It doesn't make a difference. What I've experienced, this is a person in this article talking. What I've experienced here is no more or less than the issues in any other area I've been to. I'm prepared to make my exit. I will be unofficial ambassador for Coleman. What this article is saying, there's a paragraph in here that better defines what I'm trying to say. But what they're saying is this is a town that had extreme racism in the past. They were a sundown state, and they're now overcoming this thing, and they're acknowledging that they've overcome it in these times. And that's the article.
And that was in 2021 that the article was written.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like they're acknowledging it. They're trying to fix. It's a work in progress.
No. So they're saying
so
they're trying to repair their past image.
Oh.
They're trying to say they were this way, and
I
let me see what the times they're referencing.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I didn't read it all the way.
They're referencing the mid 1950s. African Americans who worked as maids and handyman commuted into Coleman in the mid 1950s by carpool. So they're referencing that time. But now they're saying that we've overcome these type of stereotypes, and we're trying to become a better town. They're trying to work through these things that their town has been built on in historical terms.
Okay. No. Okay. Well, we will find some good.
You're not.
Hard evidence.
You're not gonna find any lynching evidence that is actually like documented.
We can't show it on here. We
can.
We have to blur it.
I'll show it. I'll show any articles. If you find black people lynched by a group of white people, I'll put the article on the screen. The whole article. We'll read the whole thing on the live. Guaranteed.
No problem.
All right.
I'll see what I can do.
So that's next week, everybody.
Bridging the Gap, she's not on, but she'll listen later. So that's my tag.
Bridging the Gap is a woman. She go use witchcraft, and like she not gonna know. Like I'm telling y'all.
She's my partner in crime. She's gonna cook it up for me. And
Jamal Williams is about the facts. You gotta show me the facts. I want to see the court case and everything.
No, I feel that.
The police report.
No. I definitely feel that.
Anyway, we're getting too deep.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week because I don't want to.
Y'all finna start throwing around C words out in these streets, and I ain't gonna let it happen, sons. Anyway. Thank y'all for joining. Please hit the like button if you didn't just unhit it right now.
But I definitely appreciate everybody. I know it's late, so we're going to be wrapping it up. And things like that. Again, I hate to sound like a broken record player, but I just want to just show my appreciation for everybody just rocking with us.
Yeah, Reborn. We might have a race talk next week, Reborn, and you can. This would be perfect trolling ground for you. So I invite you to come back and troll us. So thank you for coming this week. I appreciate you assimilating to our stuff that we had going on too, and changing your name. Like, that's a big thing.
Yeah,
it's not that was no small feat. You guys find it offensive to be African American? I don't find it offensive. I just don't relate to the term.
Well, African Americans, so what they tried to do and what they did is they made us move backwards. So African Americans, in my opinion, what they did is that they tried to not label us, but put us with a country. So when they changed that and making us more go into blacks, what is that? Blacks or nothing. There's nothing behind it. There's no country or nothing that supports that in a sense. And I think the reason why that also happened too, because African descent individuals, they feel like, well, hey, why are they African American when they're not born here? So I do understand that too. But I don't find it offensive or anything like that. It's just kind of one of those terminologies where it's like, hey, just, it is what it is. But I don't like the word blacks neither, because it's like when you define that, it's like, what is it?
No, okay, so maybe that was your name before you came here. So maybe you weren't trolling us, but you were that name is a trolling name, yeah. You know it was.
But,
don't be
yeah, I don't take any offense to it.
Yeah, it's not offensive. It's just
it's offensive to African descent.
Yeah, I think it's more offensive to African people. Because like you have whole ass Americans saying African American. Like, I've never been to Africa in my life. I don't know too much about any African country. There's like 50 African countries. I can name like 15 of them. I don't really know the continent itself or too much about the cultures there. It is kind of. I think it would be more offensive to them that I would say I'm African American.
No, it is. They were the one that pressed the issue. You know what I mean? They pressed the issue.
Randy's crazy. Yeah, I don't think of myself as African American. I think I'm American. Sometimes I will accept black, depending on who I'm talking to. But
I'm Californian.
I'm Californian. Oh my God.
Y'all can have America. I'm Californian.
You listening? Are y'all listening to him? Y'all can have American. I'm California. That's like him saying y'all can have New York. I'm from the Bronx. That shit don't make no sense. Anyway. Anyway, I'm Jamal Williams.
And I am Christopher Barris.
And we are America's Mind. We'll see y'all next week. 7:45 PST ish. 7:45.